Another fact that I have for you guys is that animal agriculture is the leading man-made cause of climate catastrophe, as it's responsible for more greenhouse gas emissions than the entire global transportation system.
Whoa. It's number one?
So yeah, so some people say it's number 2, but it's up there. It's more than, what I'm trying to say is that the animal agriculture industry, it puts out more greenhouse gas emissions than planes, trains, cars, than the entire transportation system.
Okay, I'm so glad you said that, because that's like something that, like, on social media, people are like, oh yeah, you say you care about animals and the planet, yet you're flying here and doing this. And I'm like, okay, well, now I could say it's not as harmful as that. So it's like, it's not about being perfect, you guys. Like, obviously we're caught up in a system that if you walk down the street, you're doing something wrong just because that's how our society has been built. But if you just stop eating animals, you're contributing to decreasing our negative impact on the world.
Right. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is you could take shorter showers.
Yeah.
You could bike to work.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you're still eating that burger or that chicken sandwich, that
you're doing more destruction.
You're doing way more destruction. So every day, a person who goes vegan saves 1,100 gallons of water and 30 square feet of forested land.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, which is amazing.
Job.
Thank you.
Like, what you have total control over is what you eat and what you buy. So it's like the simplest thing we can do to contribute to doing the right thing.
At an individual level.
Right.
Right. Everybody wants to blame the government and blame everybody else, but not take accountability for themselves. And I went to an environmental protest a few months back, and I remember going up to people and interviewing them and asking them, why are you here? What are you doing here? And they were fighting against fossil fuels. And then when I asked them, how do you personally help this problem? They all wanted to just point at the government and be like, it's policy, policy, policy. But then the question is, well, why is the government, or why are these policies put into place? And the reason being is because people use fossil fuels. Yeah, people are demanding it. So the same goes with the animal agriculture sector. So if we know that a plant-based diet is the most green and the most environmentally friendly, then you would think environmentalists would transition over to that instead of fighting it. And at this protest, I'm like watching people eating hot dogs.
It's crazy. The disconnect is so real. But I mean, I don't know if I've said it on the podcast, but I've struggled with my vegan journey since I was 15. So like, I get it.
Hopefully by the end of this episode, they will be able to make their own decisions. But another fact that I have is about beef and cows, and how beef by far is the most climate damaging food studied.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, the competition was not even close. Wow. So Our World in Data, which is a great website, it's peer-reviewed studies. There's data that shows that producing a kilogram of beef contributed over 22 times more to climate crisis than producing a kilogram of rice, and 60 times more than wheat.
Crazy. Like that statistic, that number is outrageous, and people are just not connecting with that.
Yeah. And I think that we are starting to slowly see people waking up and thinking, oh, red meat isn't so sustainable. Like,
right. That's like the first thing people say, like, oh, I cut out red meat.
But now more than ever, we're starting to see a pushback from the beef industry.
Oh, yeah.
Where they are fighting that and actually trying to put climate-friendly labels on beef products.
Really?
Yes.
Climate friendly?
Oh yeah.
How is that possible? How does that work?
Right. No, they'll put that this was carbon neutral, or they'll put, organic and free range or grass fed. And
yeah, it's not better, and it's a lie. Liar.
People are even starting to use plant-based as a label, and then I'm like, I see beeswax or honey in it, and I'm like, this is not plant-based. Stop trying to be us.
Right. If you want to be us, then be us. Okay? It's true. I hate the beeswax thing.
It's a problem.
Everywhere.
So always look at your ingredients.
Yeah.
But kind of adding on to what I was saying, since 2018, the National Cattle Beef Association, they hired top creative agencies, the same agencies that are representing fossil fuel industries, and they are helping to devise strategies for
like advertising.
Yeah, for confusing the public.